Yo guys, what's up? Welcome to today's video. Today we'll be talking about tips and tricks for you to win Call of Duty Warzone. So in the last video I talked about some of the more basic tips, which I will link in the description, but today we'll go in deeper and talk about some of the more advanced tips and tricks. And also, at the end of this video there will be a mega tip that not many players know at this moment, so you definitely want to stay for that. Now let's dive right into point number 1, which will be you can get infinite parachutes within the game. And yes, you heard me right, Call of Duty Warzone is not like Fortnite or PUBG. You can use your parachute anywhere at any time as long as you jump from a place that's high enough. After you jump out of the plane, you can deploy your parachute, cut it off, and then use it again. Which brings us to tip number 2, you can get kills while falling. After you jump right out of the deployment plane, you can deploy your parachute, cut it off, and then you will immediately bring out whichever weapon you have equipped. And yes, you guessed that right, you can kill enemy players above, below, or right next to you while you're falling in the air. And for this to work, you have to be really lucky, really skilled, or you have to be very close to the enemy in order to score some shots on the body or head of the enemy. Trust me when I say it is very hard because I have not succeeded once at all, so you might want to try it for yourselves. See if you're a true-born sharpshooter. Okay, so moving on to the next point would be to get some cover and peek using the mount feature of Call of Duty Warzone. In the next clip, I'll demonstrate the stability of not mounted weapon versus a mounted weapon whilst in the training mode. You can see right now, although the recoil doesn't look that bad, but when you're fighting a real player, very much recoil matters. Especially if you use the mount feature, you will get to peek around corners and show less of your body area, so it does make you a smaller target. For the next tip, it will be peeking through doors. Now, not many people know about this tip, but if you walk in front of a door and aim down sights, the game will prompt you to press a button to peek through that door. Now, peeking opens a tiny slit in the door, which you can aim inside and see what the insides look like without slamming the door open versus when you just rush right in with the sprint button. Okay, coming in at tip number 5 would be to understand the Gulag Mode and get good at the Gulag. Now, if you don't know, the Gulag is something like a underworld arena where people get matched up one-to-one gunfights, and the winner gets a free revive where the loser gets sent to the spectator mode until their teammates revive them. So for the Gulag Mode, some of the tips would be to hug the walls, stay low, and slide as much as you can so that your enemy has a lower chance of hitting you, since most people aim for chest or head height. Now also, another tip is if you and your teammate are in the Gulag at the same time, you or your teammate, whoever goes later, can help the one that goes first by picking out enemies with voice chat or using the stones equipped in the lethal throwable slot. Also, something else you might want to keep in mind is it is possible to get both Gulag players a free revive, but this does take a lot of coordination, and most players wouldn't go through the trouble to do that. But if you get a triple tie, which is if nobody kills each other and nobody takes the flag during overtime and the time runs out, you both will get a free revive to have a chance to fight off more enemies. Moving on to the next tip would be vehicle strafing and hits. So if you've piloted vehicles in the new Warzone mode, you will know the physics are pretty weird at the moment. Not sure if they're going to change it, but I do know that it is possible to strafe with vehicles right now. Whenever you take a vehicle, you will know that the vehicles are very, very loud, and you get an exact pinpoint on enemies' minimaps. If you want to keep that in mind while you're piloting a vehicle, make sure you strafe so that it will be harder to aim at your body, so that you will force them to aim at the vehicle instead of your body or even head. Moving on to the last tip would be to have a Battle Royale specific loadout. Now the reason for that, not only because you get to get those juicy custom weapons, but also because that is the only way in Battle Royale to get your 3 operator perks. So you want to make sure you have a Battle Royale specific loadout with the weapons you want, but most importantly with the perks you want for Battle Royale. That's it for the advanced tips and tricks for Call of Duty Warzone Battle Royale, and we have some 2 bonus tips including the mega tip for you coming right now. Moving on to the last mega tip is something I call the Ultra UAV. So all of you should already know by this point that you can buy UAVs from buy stations in Battle Royale and the Plunder game mode. What you might not know is, if all 3 players on one team buy a UAV and use a UAV at the exact same time, it will become a Ultra UAV. Now what it does is it pings each and every enemy on the map and shows the direction they're facing, of course excluding the players that have the Ghost perk. Now,
Request recon.
that's it for today's advice for how to win Call of Duty Battle Royale. I hope this tips helps you, and I hope you get that Warzone win. Definitely comment down below if you want to see some more Warzone content or some other content, and I will get back to you guys soon. Have fun and good luck. Peace out.